What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope all are absolutely fantastic, and today, as usual, we're gonna continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's gonna be the 22nd part of the second book. So let's get started. Antonius said, Catullus, I think that you seem to have set very clearly before us what someone who would be an orator should learn, and what he can derive from what he has learned without further instruction. For you have located the whole activity of such a man in no more than two types of cases, leaving the countless other subjects to practice and analogy. But I'm afraid that you two types actually correspond to the hydra and the lion's skin, while Hercules and the other more important task left among the things that you are passing over. In my opinion, it requires no less effort to speak about general categories in their entirety than about the cases in particular individuals, and even far more effort to speak about the nature of the gods than about the legal disputes of human beings. That is not true, replied Antonius, and I will explain these to you, Catullus. Rely not so much on learning, but rather on what is the more important things, experience. Believe me, for a man who is not dual-witted, not unpracticed, not entirely devoid of general education and cultural refinement, discoursing on any other subject is child's play. Conflicts in the law courts, however, are a huge challenge. Of all human challenges, they may actually be the greatest by far. In these conflicts, the judgment of an orator's power is largely in the hands of the inexperienced, and they make their judgment merely on the basis who wins the case. There, you confront an armed adversary who must be struck and repelled. There, the one who is to be in control of the decision is often unsympathetic and angry, or even well disposed to your adversary and hostile to you. Yet he must be taught or untaught, or be reined in or spurred on, or by every available means be guided by your speech in a way that suits the circumstances of the case, and in the process, goodwill must often be transformed into hatred, or hatred into goodwill. He must, as it were, be twisted by some sort of mechanical device, now to severity, now to gentleness of heart, then to sadness, and again to joy. Every thought must be weighed, every word must be impressive. To these must be joined a delivery that is varied, vehement, full of ardor, and energy, full of real emotion. If anyone, when dealing with these tasks, has mastered this art and is able, just like Phidias, to produce something like the statue of Minerva, then he will certainly be no more anxious about how he must learn to do those last difficult things than the same sculptor was about crafting Minerva's shield. Alright, guys, so we're done with another great part, and we're gonna continue with another one but tomorrow. So thank you for joining me in these reading sessions. See you tomorrow. Bye.